Welcome to County Culinary Community. I'm Chef Scott Royce of Loyalist Culinary, and we're making this new video series. This video series is going to be all about Prince Edward County. We're going to visit Prince Edward County producers. We're also going to cook some food together, and we're going to visit our community partners and graduates at their workplaces here in Prince Edward County. Thanks for watching County Culinary Community. I'm Chef Scott Royce, and today we're here at the Blue Wheelbarrow Farm to visit with my friend Aaron Armstrong to talk about what's been happening this season. I want to know the Aaron Armstrong story about how you got to Prince Edward County.
I blame Kyle and Chrissy of Sparkbox Studio.
Okay.
I met them up at my really good friend's cottage up in the Kawarthas, and this was in 2013, and
Okay.
They said, "Oh, you're into organic farming. You should come to check out Vicky's Veggies in Prince Edward County." I came here for a visit, and Chrissy took me around to see Vicky's Veggies, and then just fell in love with the area and the community, and I was able to connect with people so easily. I don't know what it is about the county. It's just like there's just such an overwhelming sense of community here, and to have a place that I wanted to actually put down roots, both literally and figuratively, was something to sit up and take notice. I started to look for land, ended up purchasing a property.
And it couldn't be better for you. I mean, you got a beautiful farmhouse, a great barn that's standing.
Well, standing is standing like the way Keith Richards is standing,
Okay.
where it's had so much damage done to it over its lifetime. The idea is to turn it into like kind of event space or community space that we can have concerts in. The property is 15 acres. We're standing in 5 acres right now. It also there's a tree line over there, a partial tree line, and the property is on the other side of that tree line too, runs behind the fire hall.
Oh,
all the way
really?
up to the Millennium Trail. And so this is 5, that section
Okay.
over there is a 10-acre strip. Greens, which we specialize in, like that was 70% of our sales last year. We did over 5,600 pounds of
5,600 pounds.
2.5 tons of greens that we sent to restaurants, to chefs, to grocery stores. We specialize in lettuces, arugula, mizuna, spicy mustard, baby kale. Baby kale tends to be the start of the end of the season because
Right.
the heat of the summer is too much for it. It tends to go bitter. We do 5,000 lettuce seedlings every single week in the sunroom, which means that then we have to transplant 4 weeks later 5,000 lettuce seedlings, but we do them in paper pots. It looks like a honeycomb when it's all together, 264 cells per tray, and then it comes out like a chain link, and usually we do 5 beds every single week. We do 8 types of baby lettuce that go into our lettuce in your mouth mix, and then we do 2 types of baby gem romaine heads, which are really, really beautiful, and we send to a lot of different chefs in the county. This is our massive winter squash patch. We have a whole bunch of the orange jetty spaghetti squash that are close.
I've got similar stuff in my home garden. You know, I've got melons and squash and stuff. I don't have any fruit right now. There's nothing on them. Anybody can grow a garden, but it's not the same as growing a garden like this.
It's not. Well, this is full time. Your home garden is something that
20 minutes a day if you're lucky.
Yeah, exactly. And then this section, so each block that we do is 100 feet long by 100 feet wide.
Okay.
Just to make also squaring it up the simplest.
And obviously you've done your best to take the weeds out of it. You still have to spend time pulling the weeds that are there.
You get everything that you can between the rows with the hose, and then everything within the row by hand. And we try and weed the day before we harvest.
Do you send the whole crew through the bed, or is it 2 people, or?
Sometimes it's the whole crew, sometimes it's 4 people, 1 on either side at either end of the bed.
I just think about it in terms of like relating that to kitchen work. It's like, oh, look, you know, we gotta punch all these fries, or we gotta, you know, there's so many tasks like that that I remember, you know, calling in, okay guys, come here, just give me a hand, because if the 3 of us do it, it'll take nothing.
And I find that people who have kitchen experience are some of the best farm workers. They know how the flow should be, and they know to not just when a job's done go, I'll just wait to be told what to do. It's
Right.
like, what do I do next? We're standing in our polytunnel right now, which is our cherry tomato polytunnel. We have over 300 cherry tomato plants. We grow 25 different types of cherry tomatoes, as well as 25 different types of field tomatoes. So about 50 varieties, which is a drop in the bucket of the amount of varieties that are currently out there. Yeah, we sell at the Wellington Farmers Market on Saturdays. We sell to Sobeys, we sell to Bloomfield Public House, so some grocers as well.
I mean, we are standing in the cherry tomato tunnel for a reason. I'm after some cherry tomatoes.
Yes.
So I have a lovely, simple dish in the plans this afternoon, and I'm wondering if we can pick a few.
On your side, you're gonna have a whole bunch of different varieties. You're gonna have cappuccino, you're gonna have Ceylon, you're gonna have Esterina, you're gonna have gold nugget. So it's different colors that are in here. The ones that are lowest down will ripen the first, and the ones that are closest to the stem, because you can see, like, for example, here, they cascade down. It's like a color gradient in that section. So the ones that are at the top will be the ripest first. This one still has a bit of green on the top, so not quite ready yet.
I hear way more hitting your bucket than are hitting my bucket.
Yes, well, you know what? We can happily use the ones that you're picking if you get too many for sale. So I get a little bit of free labor right now, which is nice.
It's a tiny bit.
This is called green grape, and that is ripe.
Okay.
That style. It's a
And
really
how do you
tricky
tell?
one. So you want to compare to other ones, and for this one here, it gets more of a blush on the bottom instead of the green. And you can see how it starts to get a little more yellow in there with the color gradient. And this is, and then that one just falls off if you hit it the wrong way. But this is, again, another one of, I only grow things that I like to eat. Okay. Like, I don't grow stuff that, I don't grow Swiss chard because I'm not a huge Swiss chard fan, but I do love growing red Ursa kale, and I love growing arugula, and I love growing all these types of tomatoes are ones that I want in my salad.
They're so cute.
They're just who's a little good tomato. I know I do.
Oh, the purples!
And then those ones are blue boar berries. So anywhere where the sun hits them, they're black. And then you want to be sure that when you're picking these, that you're getting ones that have on the underside, it's this very deep orange color.
Right.
So when you pick these guys off and you pop off its collar, for lack of a better word.
Yeah, you should see the star.
Yeah, it should be pretty bright underneath. So we can pick a whole bunch up at the house.
Well, thanks so much for having us here today.
Hey, welcome. My pleasure.
And can't wait to get cooking.
Yeah.
Thank you.